Hello YouTube, this is Shirley426 and today we have something very different to review. So what you see in front of you is, number one, is the Mega Construx collaboration with Hot Wheels, and this is basically a Lego type set that is based on the 77 Pontiac Firebird. So for those who don't know, Mattel, this is from Mattel. Mattel does have their own block toy line like Lego, which is called Mega Construx. There's technically, so it's originally called Mega Blocks, but they also have a line called Mega Construx. So at least in my company where I work for, yes, I do work for a company that distributes Mattel products. Now I don't work for Mattel, just wanted to point that out. So this may depend on where you live or country, but basically as far as I understood, Mega Blocks is for more like the kindergarten young line, so like the kind of similar to Lego Duplo. And then the Mega Construx line is more of the main line, or like the general Lego that we know, like Technic or Lego and stuff. So that's what the Mega Construx is about. So yeah. So recently, Mattel decided to do more collab with their own brand. So Mega Construx, they actually did a lot of IP collabs back then. I'm not sure if they're still doing it, but they've done a lot with the Halo series, the Call of Duty series as well. And then recently, they also done the Cyber Tesla truck, which I have posted on my community feed as well. And now they're making more collab items with their own brand, Hot Wheels. So yeah. I think that this is a pretty good start. So this is the 1977 Pontiac Firebird as well. So let's get on to the review. So before that, actually, yeah, I am aware that there are a few more products like this. I believe there has been like the Bone Shaker. There's another version. There's another line where that the product is slightly smaller than what you see here. And that there are more products, but they're mostly based on the fantasy cars. Now on the large scales, there's the Bone Shaker, there's the Roger Dodger, then there's the Pontiac Firebird, and up to this point I believe there's one more, which was the Aston Martin Vulcan, I believe. But yeah, I haven't really seen anybody sell the Aston Martin Vulcan, but let's see, hope it happens in the future. Alright, so here we have the product. So this is my first time actually reviewing like a Lego-ish type product going on here. So I'm not sure what people, especially like, you know, people who collect Lego tend to look at. Now I have bought a good amount of Lego products in my past, even up to this point, but I've never reviewed them. I actually did collect every single like Bionicle mainline, the original, up to the like Glotorian series, which was the end of the main Bionicle series as well. And then I did collect a little bit of Hero Factory, and then for Lego, as a kid, I collected a lot of the Lego Racer series and then the Technic line as well. So I do have a bit of a share of knowledge or experience with those type of products. It's just that this is my first time actually reviewing a Lego block type product. Alright, now let's get on to the review. So you can see on the back of the box, let me just put this away for now, there is a gigantic box, and you can see my setup is very different from my usual videos. That can only mean one thing, is that these products here are a little bit too large to go into my original setup. So I had to improvise and bring out, I'm using a different table. Now, the downside is that, yeah, my lights, the ones I install on my bookshelf cannot be transferred to here, so the lighting might be a little bit off. But here we have the box here, and you might be wondering why there is a huge hole in the box. Is that this also comes with a mainline product, a mainline Hot Wheels product. I already opened the packaging, but here there will be the mainline product right over here, and they actually do give you the same exact car as the product. So here we have the mainline. Now in here it's mentioned as the Hot Bird, although it still has the trademark General Motors. So I'm assuming Hot Bird is like a nickname for this car. So yeah. And let me get that away. And other than that, we get a gigantic manual. So once again, same art style as the box. All right, so let's get it off, and then let's see the back. Nothing too special. It does show a very nice image on the scale difference. Now this product does not really mention scale. Now I know Hot Wheels, they're all 1:64 scale. That's like a common knowledge. Although I'm not really sure how big this car is, and because I don't think it's really mentioned on the box. I know, especially for my Gunpla fans, I know like scale is a very important thing, but yeah. So once again, I do collect diecast cars as well. It's not my main hobby. It's been like a side hobby, so I do have a fair share of knowledge on the diecast, collecting hobby as well, because I do collect, Tarmac Works, Mini GT, Pop Race, and like Auto World and stuff. So yeah, I am very aware of those. Alright, so now let's get on to the review. So as I mentioned, here we have the Hot Wheels mainline version, so I don't think this is too special, although I wish for the price, since we are purchasing this, I do wish they would have rather gave us a Hot Wheels premium version of this car, because this one you could technically have gotten from the mainline series. So yeah, I think to make this special or unique, I wish they would have made the Hot Wheels premium Real Riders version. For those who don't know, like when it comes to Real Riders or Hot Wheels premium, is that a mainline would be basically plastic base, and then sometimes we'll have a diecast body or plastic body with plastic wheels. But for premium, you would have a diecast body. You would have a diecast body here on the bottom and a diecast frame with rubber tires. So I think that would have made this really, unique. And then for the premium, they would have more decals to make it this more detailed. But yeah, but once again, this is a very cool casting. I actually do like this casting. I bought like I think 2 to 3 of these as well, because I like those. I do collect like Pontiac Firebirds time to time, especially with Hot Wheels, because not many other brands make them. Alright, so now let's get on to the review. So, I'm not sure what to really mention, because number one, there's no articulation on this. This is not a mech, this is not a robot, or yeah, so let's start with the front part, I guess. So once again, one of the major things I have noticed when comparing with Lego with Mega Construx is that Lego actually uses a lot of stickers. So let's say if this was a Lego product, all these stripes, all these stuff, all these symbols, even on those inside gauges, they would be all stickers. These are all print-ons, so there were no stickers at all. So, and I absolutely love that aspect. So after my main hobby being Gunpla, I actually do hate having a lot of stickers. This one I had no issues. They were all printed out on the pieces, and they all cleanly printed out. There's no misfits, mismatches. They all line up perfectly. So I am very happy with that as well. So you can see it. So these are not stickers, they're all printed on. And I think for the headlights, I think they were trying to do with that shine effect, and I think they did a pretty good job with that. And here we have that Pontiac symbol, and to make sure that this is a Hot Wheels collaboration, they also added a few more Hot Wheels symbol here and there. And then you can actually open the hood up, and you can't always be holding it up like this, so they actually added one of these sticks. I'm not sure what they call these in real life, but yeah, you can actually lift up the hood and see the engine. So yeah, I think now while I do collect diecast, I'm not too knowledgeable in terms of real car parts, so I'm not sure what the engine this is based on or what the design is. I know some car guys will say and look at this and, oh, that looks like an X engine or like a Hemi engine or whatever. So once again, do check and do let me know in the comments. But once again, they did a pretty good job on the detailing. They actually made these rubber bands connect, and then they do actually rotate it a little bit. So pretty well done in terms of details, and I do like the fact that they actually have a square hole here so that this parts fit perfectly. Oops, yeah, there we go. Now the only part that unless I did something wrong, this part does not close entirely. I'm not sure that's supposed to happen. I can't really find any information on the manual. So yeah, anybody who else has this, do let me know if I did something wrong. Alright, now let's look at the side. Absolutely love the sides here. I do like the wheels here. Now the wheels, they are all individually attached, so that means they all roll individually. So just because you're rolling one side doesn't mean the other side will roll. So because they're individually connected, so there's no rod on the middle. And here we have the bottom section. Nothing too special here, I guess. So once again, I actually do like the wheels because they do match, like, well, kind of. There are actually images I have seen of a real Pontiac Firebird, and I do like the fact that they chose the right design wheels, at least on my standards. Once again, we have another Hot Wheels symbol, and here we have the side mirror. Once again, they tried to do the shine effect. Now the headlights, I think they aced it. The side mirrors, I'm not really too sure if they should have gone with this, but still better than nothing. And yes, you can actually open the door. Now there's no locking mechanism, it's just a perfect tight fit here. So yeah, just keep that in mind. You can open up the doors and you can see the interior. So once again, all the interiors you see, those speed gauges, all those radio parts, those are not stickers. They were all printed on, so you don't need to worry about stickers. The steering wheel does move, but that does not affect anything on the car itself. So one thing you should mention, that this shouldn't be considered, you shouldn't be expecting to get this and then expecting like a Lego Technic set. Now Technic set, they're all about gears, boxes, engines, gimmicks, like, things that are based on, you know, mechanical stuff. So this is not that. So consider this to be like more like an old school Lego Racers kind of thing, where it's all about just building a car and nothing else. Yeah. And then the seats, one thing, I think they did a pretty good job in showing like the seats here, like old classic seats going on here. You can move them front and back. And I did not know a muscle car actually had extra seats on the back side. Now, I've never seen a real muscle car before, especially the Pontiac Firebird, to be fair. But yeah, I didn't expect them to actually add in more seats on the back there. So yeah, I can close them up, and here we have the top view. Once again, I'm really glad that these golden lines, they match up and line up perfectly, because I have built like one of those knockoff Chinese products, and sometimes the biggest issue is that these would not line up. So yeah, well done, really well done. And now here we have the back here. Now the back window, I think they did go with a very odd choice here like this. You know, you would expect to have like a similar window like the front one, but once again, I guess I'm assuming it's just a part limitation or design limitation here. But once again, you don't really see the inside, but I would say I'm satisfied with this as far as I can tell. Alright, and then let's see. Yeah, so despite having this part area here, there's no trunk. There's nothing that opens up. So I think that was like a missed opportunity. But once again, I'm pretty sure Lego experts out there can, you know, modify this to make it have a trunk or whatever. And here we have the license plate. Once again, the back lights, the back red lights, they actually try to imitate that shine effect, and once again they did a pretty good job. Another thing I have noticed is that there's no exhaust valve here, exhaust, you know, fume pipe, whatever they call it. Yeah, unless they were supposed to be on a different location, I'm not really seeing those on the back. So that's something I was hoping to see, but oh well. And then yeah, on the other side, nothing too special. Once again, all printed on, no stickers at all. Open up the door and you can see the other seat there, and you can see on the inside you actually have the shift gear and the side brakes, and they also move as well. So I would say that if you have a bit of an imagination, you're going to have a lot of fun with this, and make sure you don't fold up the mirrors. Alright, so yeah, and then finally one thing left to show is that here we have the symbolic Firebird symbol. Although I do find it odd that usually the cars or images I've seen, this would be a much more gigantic print. So for this 1977, I'm not sure what they were going with, but once again, like the Hot Wheels mainline, they did kind of show it a little bit smaller. So oh well. And now finally looking at the mainline, yeah, I think they did a pretty good job replicating this to this, although the color does not really match. This is a much more darker metallic blue. This one is more of a lighter, not exactly light, but definitely a lighter tone than this one that you see in the mainline. But once again, I say they did an excellent job in replicating that as well. I wouldn't mind if they made like a red version with an even gigantic print on here, like this one. Although this one is, I believe, let's see, this is also a 1977 Pontiac Firebird. So yeah, maybe another different variation. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Once again, in general, the company I work for, they gave me the sample, and I was actually really interested in reviewing this. So yeah, I will ask my company, for those who are interested in purchasing this, we do offer a bit, you know, overseas, you know, selling channels. So once again, if you're interested, I will talk to the guys that is in charge of the brand or in the company or the online channels, and I will try to, you know, make them give me a special offer so that everybody else who watch my videos can, you know, get it for a better price. Because as far as I know, these usually tend to go for like $80 to $90, and then once again, depending on the country, they might go over more. I will try to ask them for a better discounted price so that, you know, you can get a better price when you can get one. Anyway, thanks for watching the review. This was the 1977 Pontiac Firebird Mega Construx set. If you guys got any questions or requests, leave a comment below. Now, I have been going a little bit easy on my Gunpla reviews. Once again, I will try to come back within like 2 weeks. There's just a lot of stuff that I just wanted to review in general that weren't Gunpla. But once again, I will go back to Gunpla eventually. Anyway, until then, see you guys next time.